Now, first I'm going to ask you something, but I want you to be honest. When you wake up in the morning, for example, what do you feel when you look in the mirror? Do you feel strong or just as tired? Do you feel ready for a new day? Because here's the thing, how you feel is directly related to how much you take care of yourself. And unfortunately, most of us generally ignore this. We even look at others. For example, we look at our jobs. We constantly focus on our responsibilities, but unfortunately, we always put ourselves last. We say, I don't have time, I don't have money, oh, forget it, it's not necessary. But then a day comes when we realize the situation and suddenly ask ourselves sadly, how did I get into this state? Actually, the 10 simple but truly life-changing practices I'm going to try to explain to you today are the answer to that question. Because self-care is definitely not a luxury, it's a really powerful force, and believe me, once you learn how to activate this power, your life will change in a very positive way. By the way, before we get to the first point, I have a small request for you. Write "Today I choose myself" in the comments. Because when you write this, it will become more than just a video you watched. It will become your personal manifesto. Science supports this. When you clearly express your intention verbally or in writing, your brain becomes 42% more motivated to make it happen. So it's not just a comment, it's a promise you make to yourself. Now pause the video and write "Today I choose myself" in the comments, as I said, to be part of this transformation. Agreed? I'm moving on to the first point right now. Now, 1. When you wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and smile at yourself first. What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? Because, as we might expect, many people immediately reach for their phone. They try to check social media right away or start making a complete list of everything they need to do that day. However, I'm going to tell you about a habit that is very simple but equally powerful. First, look in the mirror and smile at yourself. Yes, really, just that. Believe me, this simple action will trigger a serious chemical reaction in your brain and therefore cause you to spend the rest of the day completely more positive and upbeat. Now, when you smile, your brain normally releases endorphins, even dopamine, and especially serotonin. However, although these are commonly referred to as happiness hormones, they affect not only your mood, but also your physical health. What I mean is that even if it's fake, a smile easily tricks your brain and sends it the message that everything is fine. For this reason, smiling at yourself when you look in the mirror in the morning can actually be the most powerful start to your day. In this way, you learn to be kinder to yourself, to your own self, and thus you are saying that you accept yourself. You can also think of it this way. Most of the time, we tend to be more critical when we look at ourselves. Look at my dark circles. My hair is awful. I've gained weight again today. As I said, if you smile at yourself when you look in the mirror in the morning, you break out of this negative cycle, these negative statements. In this way, you actually say to yourself, you are valuable, you are good enough, and you start the day with that energy. I would also like to point out that this habit will significantly boost your self-confidence over time, because, as you know, you will start to build a positive relationship with yourself every morning. This is called self-affirmation in psychology, that is, affirming yourself, and especially reminding yourself that you are valuable. Of course, that small moment will also greatly increase your energy and strength to cope with the many troubles and difficulties you encounter during the day. That way, no matter how people treat you, you will already have said to yourself in the mirror in the morning, I am definitely here and I am perfectly fine. So, like I said, tomorrow morning, get up, go to the bathroom and smile at yourself when you look in the mirror. Don't forget me. Even if you only do it for 5 seconds, that's enough. Like I said, it might seem a little strange at first, But if you do it for 7 days in a row, for example, you'll see the difference. In this way, this small but simple practice will also change your perspective on yourself in a way. And don't forget that self-care is a real power. Smiling at yourself is a clear reminder to your whole being. By the way, I know this is at least the third, maybe even the fourth video you've watched on my channel, and it really saddens me that you're still not subscribed. Because seeing you here and moving forward together on this journey of empowerment is very valuable to me. If you subscribe, you will support me in the strongest way possible, and we will never lose touch again. Also, if you click on the new hype button, you will contribute immensely to this content reaching more people. Thank you very much in advance for all your support. 2. Don't neglect to cleanse your skin in the morning and evening. The truth is that keeping your skin clean is not just about having a clean appearance. It is a clear sign of the respect you show yourself. Washing your face when you wake up in the morning and right before you go to bed at night actually means starting and ending the day by saying, "I value myself very much." This practice gives you extra strength and energy, not only physically, but also psychologically. As you know, your skin renews itself throughout the night, dead cells are shed, and your skin produces a lot of oil. Therefore, if you don't wash your face when you get up in the morning, all these impurities unfortunately remain on your skin. If you also consider that you wear makeup during the day, your skin comes into contact with dirty air. If you don't clean this off in the evening, these impurities will naturally work their way into your pores. What do you think the result will be? Of course, blackheads, an unwanted dull complexion, and nasty pimples. However, regular cleansing allows your skin to breathe, giving you a much brighter, younger, and healthier appearance. In fact, you don't need to do anything complicated or difficult to explain. You can keep it very simple. When you wake up in the morning, wash your face with lukewarm or slightly cool water. Use a suitable cleanser and gently pat dry with a towel. You need to do the same in the evening. If you wear makeup during the day, first use a 2-step makeup remover, then apply a face wash gel. It really won't take more than 2 minutes, believe me. But those 2 minutes will truly change the health of your skin and, more importantly, your energy. Of course, there's also this. Skincare is about setting aside time for yourself. In the modern world, everyone is constantly rushing around, always in a hurry for something. Work, friends, family. But when do you do something for yourself? Morning and evening skin cleansing is actually your "I'm doing something for myself" time. That moment is just for you. Because no one expects anything else from you during that time, and you are just taking care of yourself. That alone is incredibly empowering. 3. Drink plenty of water, at least 8 glasses a day. Now, my friend, here's what I want to say. I know drinking water can seem boring. Coffee, tea, fruit juice. These are much more appealing, but 60% of your body is made up of water, and you lose that water every day. When you breathe, sweat, go to the bathroom, and if you don't replace it, your body starts to slow down. Your energy drops, your concentration decreases, your skin looks dull. But when you drink enough water, everything changes. Now, here's another thing. Drinking water is the most natural way to flush toxins from your body. Your kidneys, liver, intestines, they all need water to function properly. When you drink water, your body cleanses itself, your blood circulation speeds up, and your cells are nourished. It's also a miracle for your skin. You can use moisturizer, but the real moisture comes from within. When you drink enough water, your skin glows, its elasticity increases, and wrinkles decrease. So remember, before spending money on expensive creams, drinking 8 glasses of water a day makes much more sense. Looking at it from another angle, often when you feel hungry, you don't even realize you're actually thirsty. The brain sometimes confuses these signals. So, when you feel like snacking, drink a glass of water first. Wait 10 minutes. Most of the time, that hunger feeling disappears. This also helps with weight control. Plus, water speeds up your metabolism. Studies show that drinking cold water increases the body's calorie burn because it expends energy to warm up that water. Also, let's talk about your energy levels. If you feel tired during the day, check how much water you've drunk before reaching for caffeine. Dehydration is one of the biggest causes of fatigue. When you drink water, your brain gets more oxygen, your concentration improves, and your mood lifts. Many people suffer from headaches, and for most, the cause is not drinking enough water. Simple but true. 4. Try to dress comfortably but neatly. I want to start by asking you something. For example, how do you feel when you open your wardrobe in the morning? Chaos or excitement? For most people, getting dressed is a source of stress. What should I wear? Nothing looks good. I don't have time. But the clothes you wear are not just pieces of fabric. They are your armor, your energy, and the message you send to the world. Dressing comfortably but neatly is an expression of self-respect. And this can completely change how you feel throughout the day. To give an example, there is a concept in psychology called enclothed cognition. In other words, the clothes you wear affect your way of thinking and your behavior. If you walk around in sweatpants like pajamas in the morning, your brain stays in, "I'm at home, I don't need to work" mode. But when you wear something comfortable yet neat, your brain gets the message, "I'm ready, it's time to be productive." Your clothes talk to you, and you're actually listening to them, even if you're not aware of it. Here's another truth. When I say well-groomed, I'm not telling you to wear a suit. You can be comfortable, but wear clean, ironed clothes that suit you. Even a pair of jeans and a neat t-shirt will do, but not stained, torn, or baggy clothes. Because when you wear clothes that suit you, your shoulders straighten, your walk changes, the sparkle in your eyes increases. People notice this, you feel it, and it gives you strength. Of course, there's also the thing about liking what you see in the mirror. When you get dressed in the morning and look in the mirror and say, "Wow, I look good today," it makes you feel like you've won the day. But when you just grab something and go out, you feel uncomfortable all day. Your clothes are tight, the color doesn't suit your face, you don't feel like yourself. And this energy reflects in everything. Meetings, conversations with friends, even moments when you're alone. The bottom line, organize your wardrobe. Throw away old clothes that don't make you happy or suit you. Keep only the things you love. That way, deciding what to wear every morning becomes a pleasure, not a stress. Few but quality pieces, comfortable but stylish combinations. And remember, dressing well is not a luxury, it's a matter of self-respect. Self-care is power. Dressing well is carrying that power. 5. Don't forget to use moisturizer. Now, the critical point here is this. Your skin is your largest organ. Yes, an organ. Just like your heart and lungs, your skin needs care. But most of us ignore our skin. We wake up in the morning, wash our faces, maybe rub them hard with a towel, and that's it. But did you know your skin gets thirsty? Of course, it loses moisture every day, dries out and cracks. Every day it loses moisture, dries out and cracks. And if you don't moisturize it, aging accelerates, elasticity decreases, and lines become more pronounced. But when you use moisturizer, your skin naturally comes back to life. As many of us know, using moisturizer is not a luxury, it's a basic necessity, especially for your face. Facial skin is very sensitive, thin, and constantly exposed to external factors. Sun, wind, air conditioning, polluted air, all of them dry out your skin. If you use moisturizer after washing your face in the morning, your skin is protected. Of course, a moisture barrier forms throughout the day, preventing water loss. The same applies in the evening. Cleanse, moisturize, sleep. It's that simple, yet so effective. Essentially, the same applies to the body, especially after a shower. Hot water strips the skin of its natural oils. If you don't moisturize after showering, your skin feels tight, itchy, and may even flake. But when you use body lotion, your skin stays soft and elastic, especially elbows, knees, heels. These areas get very dry. Pay special attention to them. Moisturize every day. You'll feel the difference immediately. In addition to this, you may ask, which moisturizer should I use? It doesn't have to be expensive. Choose something that suits your skin type. For oily skin, use light, gel-based moisturizers. For dry skin, use creamier, richer formulas. For combination skin, choose balancing ones. But the most important thing is this. Use it every day, morning and night. Consistency is more important than the brand itself. A cheap but consistently used moisturizer is much more effective than an expensive one used occasionally. In conclusion, applying moisturizer is touching yourself. You gently massage it into your face and body. This moment is a moment of connection with yourself. You're saying, I'm here, I matter, I'm taking care of myself. And that feeling stays with you throughout the day. Self-care is power. Using moisturizer is feeling that power through your skin. 6. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. We've come to one of the most important and valuable points. At first glance, sleep may seem boring, especially when there's so much to do, shows to watch, hours to lose on social media. You say, I can always sleep later and stay up until 2 a.m. But when the alarm goes off in the morning, you regret it. Your eyes won't open, your head hurts, your body is tired, and you spend the whole day fighting that fatigue. Coffee, energy drinks, sugary snacks. But none of them can replace real sleep. Because sleep isn't just about resting. It's about your body and mind renewing, repairing, and strengthening themselves. And if you don't give it enough time, everything can start to slowly fall apart. Of course, there's also this. Science is very clear on this. Adults need 7 to 8 hours of sleep a day. This is not a luxury, it's a biological necessity. Your body does incredible things while you sleep. Cells are renewed, muscles are repaired, the brain is cleansed. Yes, your brain is cleansed. Toxins that accumulate in your brain throughout the day are eliminated during sleep. There's something called the glymphatic system, which is only active while you sleep and cleanses the brain. When you don't get enough sleep, this cleansing doesn't happen and toxins build up. In the long term, this can lead to diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. In the short term, difficulty concentrating, forgetfulness, irritability. You don't recognize yourself. I also want to mention that there's the immune system. Sleep is the immune system's biggest supporter. When you get enough sleep, your body can fight infections and you don't get sick. But when you don't get enough sleep, you're constantly sick. Flu, colds, fatigue, because your immune system weakens. Sleep also affects hormonal balance. Naturally, lack of sleep increases the hormone ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and decreases the hormone leptin, the satiety hormone. So you eat more, you gain weight. People who don't get enough sleep gain more weight than those who do. It's not just a matter of willpower, it's a hormonal issue. Let's look at it from another angle. Now let's talk about mood. When you don't get enough sleep, everything seems harder. Small problems feel like mountains, patience diminishes, and stress increases. Because sleep provides emotional balance. During REM sleep, the brain processes and organizes the day's emotional experiences. If you don't get enough REM sleep, you feel emotionally unbalanced. Anxiety increases and the risk of depression rises. But after a good night's sleep, the world looks brighter. Problems feel solvable. Patience, energy, motivation, it all comes back. Because your brain is rested and ready. The bottom line, sleep is not something you can put off. You might think, I'll make up for it on the weekend, but the body doesn't work that way. Of course, sleep debt accumulates, and you can't make up for it by sleeping 10 hours on the weekend. You need regular quality sleep, every night. Give yourself this gift, because sleep is when your body and mind recharge. When you sleep well, you become stronger, smarter, healthier, and happier. Self-care is power. Sleep is the foundation of that power. Give yourself enough time, and your body will thank you. 7. Try using perfume or a nice-smelling lotion. As many of us suspect, smell is a very powerful thing. You may not realize it, but smell is directly linked to your memory. When you smell a certain scent, you can suddenly be transported back years. Your mother's kitchen, your first love, summer vacations, they all come alive with a scent. That's because the sense of smell is directly connected to your brain's limbic system, the center of emotions and memory. Other senses like sight and hearing pass through the logic center first, but smell goes straight to the emotions. Naturally, this is why a scent can instantly make you happy, calm you down, or make you feel energetic. And choosing a signature scent is incredibly empowering, not just for others, but for yourself too. Essentially, using perfume or a nice-smelling lotion while getting ready in the morning can become a ritual for starting the day. Every time you spray or apply that scent, your brain receives the message, I'm ready now, I'm strong now. It's like armor, invisible but perceptible. You feel more confident because you know you smell good. You feel more comfortable talking to people. You don't shy away from getting close, because you're not worried about smelling bad. Naturally, this small detail makes a big difference in your social interactions. People may not consciously notice your perfume, but they perceive it on a subconscious level. And a pleasant scent leaves a positive impression. To give an example, don't force yourself when choosing perfume or lotion. Don't buy something just because everyone else is using it. Choose what feels right for you. Some people like floral, sweet scents. Some prefer woody, spicy notes. Some like fresh, citrusy scents. There's a place for all of them. The important thing is that it matches your energy. When you go to the store, test a few. Let them sit on your skin for a while because perfumes blend with your body chemistry and smell different on everyone. Choose the scent that feels good to you, makes you happy, and makes you think, yes, this is me. Let that be your signature scent. Of course, there are also lotions. If perfume is too intense or you don't want to use it every day, scented body lotion is a great alternative. It moisturizes your skin and makes you smell nice. Applying lotion after a shower in particular is a moment you set aside for yourself. You massage your body, breathe in that scent, and relax. Lavender relaxes, vanilla makes you feel warm, mint invigorates. You can choose based on your mood. An energetic scent in the morning, a calming scent in the evening. You can create your own system. Unfortunately, the saddest part is this. People often prioritize appearance, but overlook scent. Yet scent can sometimes be more powerful than appearance. When you walk into a room with a pleasant scent, people turn to look. They remember you. Being remembered as that person always smelled so good is powerful. Scent is also important in your professional life. At job interviews, meetings, customer receptions, smelling clean and pleasant is part of being professional. Not heavy perfumes, but a light, fresh scent. Naturally, this detail makes you appear more reliable and well-groomed, and people, without realizing it, approach you more positively. 8. Don't forget to make your bed. Every morning. I want to start with this fact. Making your bed may seem like a very small thing. You might say, "What difference does it make? I'll be going to bed again tonight anyway." But this small action is actually the first decision that shapes your day. When you make your bed after waking up, you send your brain the message, "I'm getting things done today." You've completed your first task, the first success of the day, and this momentum continues throughout the day. In psychology, this is called the small wins strategy. Small wins in particular are the foundation of big successes. Making your bed is that first small win, and it provides incredible motivation. To give an example, Naval Admiral William McRaven said in a graduation speech, "If you want to change the world, start by making your bed." It may seem strange at first, but it has a very deep meaning. Because when you make your bed, at the end of the day, you come home to a tidy, clean bedroom. No matter how tough the day was, you don't see chaos when you get home. You see peace, you see order, and this directly affects your mood. Of course, normally, a messy room means a messy mind, but a tidy room points to a tidy mind. Making your bed is a physical reflection of mental clarity. Essentially, there's also the issue of discipline. Making your bed requires discipline, especially when you're tired, in a hurry, or just can't be bothered. But you do it anyway, because it's your rule. Of course, this habit spreads to other areas of your life. You become more disciplined at work, more consistent in your health decisions. Because every morning you say to yourself, "I am someone who fulfills my commitments." Making your bed is a small commitment, but when you do it every day, your character grows stronger. Your confidence in yourself increases. You say, "If I can do this, I can do other things too." In addition to this, there is also cleanliness and hygiene. When you make your bed, the bedspread is neat, the pillows are in place. But if you leave it messy, it becomes a dust-collecting, perhaps floor-touching mess. Also, after making your bed, you feel the need to tidy up your room. For example, if one thing is in its place, you want to put the others in their places too. This creates a domino effect. You make your bed in the morning, then put your clothes in the closet, take the cup to the kitchen, and in 10 minutes, your room is spotless. But if you don't start by making your bed, you don't want to do any of it, because you get into the "it's already messy, what's the difference" mode. Looking at it from another angle, your morning routine is very important. What you do in the morning sets your energy for the day. If you jump out of bed the moment your alarm goes off and rush to work, that hurried energy follows you all day. But if you start your day by making your bed, you feel calm and in control. You say, "I don't need to rush, everything is under control." It takes 2 to 3 minutes, but the mental effect lasts for hours. Plus, when you come home and see that tidy bed, you thank yourself. You say, "My morning self thought of my evening self." Never forget that this is an act of kindness toward yourself, a collaboration you establish with yourself. Now, let me also mention that research supports this. People who make their beds regularly every day are more productive, more positive, and less stressed, because they care about the small details and feel in control of their lives. The feeling of control is one of the most important components of happiness. You can't control every aspect of life, but your bedroom? That's entirely yours. And keeping it tidy reminds you that you have that power. I'm not suggesting you make your bed every morning because others say so. I'm not suggesting it because your mother said so. I'm not suggesting it because it's a social norm. I'm suggesting it because it's the first gift you give yourself. It's starting the day by saying, "I value myself. I respect the space I live in." Self-care is power. Making your bed is feeling that power in the first moments of the morning. 9. It's good to take a 5-minute break when you're stressed. My friend, let me say this first. Life can be stressful. Work overload, traffic, bills, relationships, unexpected problems. Sometimes it feels like everything is coming at you at once. Your heart rate increases, you feel short of breath, your mind is all over the place. And what do you do in that moment? Most people keep going. You say, I have to get this done, there's no time. If I stop, everything will get worse. But because you don't stop, everything really does get worse. Because the decisions you make when you're stressed are usually bad decisions. The words you say in anger become words you can't take back. But what if you take a 5-minute break? Everything changes. Your brain calms down, you gain perspective, and you start to see solutions. 5 minutes can change your life. Of course, there's also this. The stress response is your body's survival mechanism. In ancient times, when you encountered a bear, your body went into fight or flight mode. Adrenaline and cortisol are released, blood is pumped to the muscles, and the heart rate increases. This response kept you alive. But in the modern world, you don't encounter bears. Instead, there are irritable bosses, late buses, and unpaid bills. And your body gives the same response. But this time, there is nothing to run from or fight. Stress builds up, stays inside, and damages your health. Chronic stress leads to heart disease, depression, digestive problems, and a weakened immune system. But 5-minute breaks break this cycle. You send your body the message, the danger has passed. Relax, looking at it from another angle. What should a 5-minute break look like? First, you need to physically stop. Get up from your desk. Put down your phone. Postpone that conversation. Go to another room. Go outside. Look out the window. Physically changing your environment also initiates mental change. Then take a deep breath. Deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system. This system triggers the rest and repair mode. Breathe in for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4. Repeat this 5 to 6 times. You will see that your heart rate will slow down, your muscles will relax, and your mind will become clear. This simple technique has been used in meditation and yoga practice for thousands of years because it works. It is scientifically proven. There's also another fact. There's distraction. In stressful moments, your mind keeps fixating on the problem. Circular thinking begins. What if this happens? What if that happens? It always happens to me. These thoughts make you even more stressed. But when you take a 5-minute break, you redirect your mind to something else. Take a short walk. Drink a glass of water slowly and savor it. Put on some music you like and listen to it. For example, look out the window, watch the trees, the sky, the people. Play with your pet. Distract yourself. Your brain continues to process the problem in the background during this break, but you're not consciously fixated on it, and solutions often emerge naturally after the break. Especially don't forget this. There's also your relationship with yourself. Taking a break during a stressful moment is an act of self-compassion. You're saying, I'm important, my health is important, so I'm stopping. You're not pushing yourself like a machine. You're acknowledging that you're human. You recognize your limits, and this makes you much stronger in the long run because you're moving forward at a sustainable pace without burning yourself out. You don't experience burnout, you don't fall into depression, and anxiety doesn't control you because you take care of yourself during stressful moments. 5 minutes is a very short time, but its impact is enormous. When you experience a stressful moment tomorrow, stop. Give yourself 5 minutes. Take a deep breath. Look around you. Remember, you are a human being, not a robot, and self-care is power. 5-minute breaks are about regaining that power. 10. Don't forget to treat yourself every now and then. Here's the reality. Life can be tough, unfortunately. You get up every day, go to work, fulfill your responsibilities, take care of others. You want your boss to be happy, your family to be happy, your friends to love you, your neighbors not to think badly of you. You're constantly doing things, but what are you doing for yourself? When do you stop and say, I deserve this? Most people never say it. They see buying something for themselves as selfish, or say, I don't have the money, forget it. But small rewards are not a luxury, they are a necessity. They are necessary to remember that you value yourself, to maintain your motivation, to survive. And these rewards don't have to be expensive. Small, meaningful things are enough, but the effect is tremendous. I would also like to mention that there is a concept in psychology called positive reinforcement. When you reward a behavior, the likelihood of repeating that behavior increases. They use this in dog training, but it also applies to people. If you take good care of yourself, eat healthily, exercise, are successful at work, and reward yourself, you want to repeat those behaviors because your brain says, this feels good, let's do more of this. But if you never reward yourself, you lose motivation. You think, nothing ever changes, so why bother? Small rewards keep you on track. They help you reach your goals. You see yourself, recognize yourself, celebrate yourself. So, what do I mean by small reward? Whatever it means to you. For some people, buying a new lipstick is a great joy. For others, it's having a special coffee at their favorite cafe. For some, it's a new book, a pair of socks, a plant, a nice notebook. It doesn't have to be expensive. $5, $10, sometimes things that don't cost anything at all. For example, create a special bath ritual for yourself. Light a candle, use nice-smelling soap, play music. Or spend an afternoon doing nothing but reading a book without feeling guilty. Or cook your favorite meal just for yourself. These are rewards too. Remember, taking time for yourself means prioritizing yourself. It means saying, I am important and I deserve this moment. In addition, especially if you've had a difficult week, reward yourself. If you've taken care of all your tasks, overcome difficulties, and been patient without treating anyone badly, celebrate it. Buy yourself a little something. Maybe that t-shirt you've always wanted. Maybe a new skincare product. Maybe handmade soap. Or it could be an experience. Go to the movies by yourself. Get a massage. Go for a walk in nature. Go to your favorite restaurant, alone or with someone you love. Life isn't just about obligations. Enjoyment is also necessary. And you don't need to wait for permission to enjoy yourself. Give yourself permission. The point is, small rewards can be the beginning of big changes. You buy a lipstick, you feel beautiful, then you get your hair done, then you update your wardrobe, then you change careers, because you learn to say, I deserve this. And once you learn that, you apply it to every area of your life. You start valuing yourself. And that is the most powerful change. Self-care is power. Small rewards are a reminder of that power. Buy yourself something this week, whatever it is, even if it's very small, because you deserve it. You've always deserved it. After the 10 points I mentioned in this video, I need to briefly state that self-care is not a luxury. It is essentially a survival strategy. As I said at the beginning, these practices may seem like small things, but actually, when applied consistently and properly, they are revolutionary. Because, as you will appreciate, each one clearly sends the message to your mind and body that you are very valuable and very important. Now here's what I want you to do. Try one of these 10 habits today. Just one, for example. Then try another one tomorrow. Slowly but surely, you'll see your life change, because you yourself will have changed. And never forget that you deserve this. You always have. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I'll keep sharing more empowering content with you. Take care of yourself, because you deserve it. See you in the next video, and always remember, you are the architect of your own life. Waking up every morning at your best is a choice, and you can start making that choice today, because you deserve everything.